Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Donald. Today is January 21st, 2025, the second day of Donald J. Trump's second term as the 47th President of the United States. Day 2 has been nothing short of eventful, with bold moves and major policy shifts already making headlines. As always, we're here to provide you with a clear and objective breakdown of the most significant actions taken by President Trump today. Before we jump in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. This presidency is already shaping up to be historic, and we want you to be part of the conversation every step of the way. President Trump announced a controversial executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship, a move that has reignited debates over constitutional law and immigration policy. This executive order directs federal agencies to deny automatic citizenship to children born on U.S. soil to non-citizen parents. Birthright citizenship, guaranteed under the 14th Amendment, has long been a contentious issue in U.S. politics. Critics argue that it incentivizes illegal immigration, while supporters view it as a fundamental right enshrined in the Constitution. Trump's action seeks to redefine how citizenship is granted, bypassing traditional legislative avenues. Reactions to this move have been deeply polarized. Supporters praise it as a long overdue correction to what they see as a loophole in the immigration system. Critics, however, argue that the executive order is unconstitutional and likely to face immediate legal challenges. Civil rights organizations have already vowed to take the issue to court, setting the stage for a significant legal battle. If upheld, this policy could reshape the demographics of future generations and alter America's global reputation as a land of opportunity. The question remains, will the courts uphold Trump's interpretation of the 14th Amendment? Building on his Day 1 initiatives, President Trump officially declared drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, a move aimed at escalating the fight against the opioid crisis and organized crime. The Department of Justice has been directed to treat cartel members as terrorists, expanding the legal tools available to combat their activities. Military and intelligence resources will now play a larger role in disrupting cartel operations, both domestically and abroad. Supporters argue that this designation will enable more aggressive action against cartels, including freezing their assets and imposing sanctions on their networks. Critics warn that it could strain diplomatic relations with Mexico and other Latin American countries, potentially escalating violence in the region. This policy highlights Trump's commitment to tackling crime and securing the southern border. However, the long-term effectiveness of treating cartels as foreign terrorist organizations remains uncertain, particularly given the complexities of international law and sovereignty. In a surprising move, President Trump announced a temporary delay in the ban on TikTok, signaling his willingness to negotiate with the platform's parent company, ByteDance. The proposed ban stems from national security concerns over TikTok's data collection practices and its ties to the Chinese government. Trump had previously pushed for an outright ban or forced sale of the app to a U.S. company during his first term. Today's announcement suggests a potential shift in strategy. Trump emphasized the importance of protecting American user data while exploring ways to allow the app to operate under stricter regulations. ByteDance has reportedly offered to store U.S. data domestically and increase transparency. The delay has drawn mixed reactions. Supporters see it as a pragmatic step toward resolving security concerns without alienating younger voters who use the app. Critics accuse Trump of inconsistency, arguing that the delay undermines his tough-on-China stance. Following his Day 1 directive to end diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at the federal level, President Trump called on state governors to implement similar rollbacks at the local level. Several Republican-led states have already announced plans to comply. Federal agencies are instructed to adopt a merit-based approach to hiring and promotions. State governments are encouraged to end DEI training programs and reassess policies related to affirmative action. This policy has drawn fierce debate. Proponents argue that it promotes fairness and reduces government overreach, while opponents see it as a rollback of progress toward equity and inclusion. The business community is also divided, with some companies voicing support for merit-based policies and others expressing concern about potential backlash. This move could significantly alter workplace dynamics and education systems nationwide. The broader cultural implications of these rollbacks are likely to remain a hotly contested issue throughout Trump's second term. President Trump expanded on his Day One immigration actions by introducing stricter enforcement measures, including a directive to double the number of immigration and customs enforcement officers and prioritize deportations of undocumented immigrants with criminal records. Increased funding for ICE and Border Patrol operations, accelerated deportation processes for individuals with prior convictions, and enhanced collaboration with local law enforcement to identify and apprehend undocumented immigrants have all been prioritized. Supporters argue that these measures are necessary to restore law and order and protect American jobs. Critics, however, warn of the potential for human rights violations and the negative impact on immigrant communities. Legal experts predict a wave of challenges to the accelerated deportation policy. President Trump reiterated his commitment to economic nationalism by announcing additional tariffs on imports from countries he accused of engaging in unfair trade practices. New tariffs on goods from China, the European Union, and other trading partners include increased duties on steel, aluminum, and electronics. While supporters argue that tariffs will boost domestic manufacturing and reduce trade deficits, critics warn of potential retaliatory measures and higher prices for consumers. The global trade community is closely watching these developments, which could lead to significant disruptions in international markets. In a surprising pivot, President Trump also announced an ambitious infrastructure plan aimed at revitalizing American cities and rural communities. This $1 trillion proposal includes investments in roads, bridges, and broadband expansion, signaling a rare area of potential bipartisan cooperation. The infrastructure proposal emphasizes American-made materials and job creation, aligning with Trump's economic nationalism. Supporters praise the plan as a much-needed investment in the country's future, while critics question how it will be funded without increasing the national deficit. On the education front, Trump announced plans to expand school choice programs, including vouchers and charter school funding. This move is aimed at giving parents greater control over their children's education and fostering competition among schools. Supporters argue that school choice empowers families and improves educational outcomes, particularly in underserved communities. Critics contend that it diverts funding from public schools, potentially exacerbating inequalities in the education system. Finally, in the realm of energy policy, Trump signed an executive order to boost domestic energy production, including oil, natural gas, and coal. The order aims to reduce reliance on foreign energy sources and revitalize American energy jobs. While proponents view this as a boon for energy independence and economic growth, environmental advocates warn of potential ecological damage and a step backward in the fight against climate change. Day 2 of President Trump's second term has solidified his agenda, with bold policies aimed at immigration, national security, economic reform, infrastructure, education, and energy taking center stage. These actions underscore his commitment to fulfilling campaign promises and reshaping America's domestic and international priorities. But what do these moves mean for the country's future? Will Trump's policies deliver the results his supporters expect, or will they face insurmountable challenges in the courts and beyond? We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these Day 2 developments? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Daily Donald, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for Day 3 of President Trump's second term.